wish I had a light over here. I think I'll have to bring this one over. See what's going on here. I need a light source. I can't see. Here we go. I'm not sure if this will bring enough light, but I'm just not ready to sit in the light. Becca, hi honey. I'm just trying to plug this in. Give me one second. I thought it was going to be a little easier. Y'all know I'm always still trying to. There we go. Okay, now let's see if when I turn it up all the way. Give me 1 second. Alexa, turn Jen's light all the way up.
Jennifer's TV doesn't support that.
That's not what I said. Alexa, turn on Jen's light.
Jennifer's TV doesn't support that.
She's stupid. All right, whatever. I'll just go sit somewhere else. I just need to sit facing the other direction. Eka, how you doing? I'll do this. Have I ever told you guys how I'm never late, but I'm like a day early? Well, Corey doesn't come in till today, later on this evening. So that is a testament again to me being 1 day early all the time. Alexa, turn on pendant lights. Hi, Scoot. There we go. No, I just don't like sitting. I don't like sitting in bright lights in the morning, you know? Who does? Do you guys get up and turn on the lights? Oh boy, I bet. Good for you, you smart girl. That's funny. Yeah, so Corey didn't come in yesterday. He's coming in today. I need to grab my computer because then I can turn it to subscriber only mode. Hold on. Oh, that's the problem. Yeah, see, this baby needs to be plugged in too. All my shit needs to be plugged in. Okay, whatever. Whatever. So, did you guys hear? To kind of try to normalize pardoning Biden's son, pardoning Hunter, he pardoned like 1,500 other people too. To make it just seem like he's not biased, he's a pardoner. So funny. So funny. He's a partner. All right, you guys. I was looking at these. This is a very important video right here to watch. This is by a guy that I follow called Real Estate Mindset, at Real Estate Mindset. And
it's here. This is it.
He's been in the middle of the Hurricane Helene stuff for a long time now. And now that it's, you know, like there's people down there scamming and stuff, he's had to get like lawyers involved. Because there's some people trying to say that people are scammers, even if they're not. And it's hurting their efforts. And so he finally had to have an attorney come on and talk about different things that are going on. He's super committed and super on top of it. It made me think about, if I go down there, I'm not going to be like taking donations of money to give away to other people. I will go down there I think the best thing for me, if I manage to get down there, because it's a lot farther than I thought to drive my car actually, but I might want to go register my car in South Dakota. But that I would literally just go down there and document. I wouldn't worry about donations for families and stuff like that. There's a lot of donations and help coming in, and I really can't give a lot of physical help. I can give hugs, not really. I can smile, probably not. Kevin, thank you. Henry, hi. And so I would go down there and document. I would do my photojournalism stuff. I would just go down there and show what's going on, because it's not going to end. It's not over. They're still pulling out bodies. A couple of days ago, they found a body of a 7-year-old boy. They found, after 28 days of this thing, which was a while ago now, they found a dog alive in a kennel. It had been put in a kennel, and then the refrigerator fell on top of the kennel, but it didn't crush the kennel, but it kept the house from crushing the kennel or something like that. I don't know. And the dog survived this long by eating rats that would come into its cage and drinking water that would, come through the... So, I would just go down there and document so that I don't get caught up in like a mess of people saying that I'm misappropriating donations or anything like that. The only thing I might do is take donations from my members only. And, what I would do, first of all, I would just need to fund the trip. And then I would just need to, like, knitting needles, crochet needles, and lots of alpaca wool. That's what I want to do. And the other stuff, because there's still, when I was seeing all the deliveries of supplies and stuff under these little pop-up tents that are, it's like everything's going to get wet. And sure enough, everything's getting wet now. The lady, it was about her property and about her, the video where I saw this happening. And it's like, I can't believe they're that dumb that they're just setting that stuff on the ground in piles. They need to separate it out, put it in plastic bags, get it up out of the water and some kind of something, right? Hey, Bob. And it's not happening. And so now a lot of those things are molded out, ruined. And it's just a shame. But there are a lot of people down there actually trying to help. For example, this one chick, Lacey, there's a bunch of people jumping on some lady's bandwagon and all these Karens trying to take her down. I've seen nothing that makes her look bad. Other people have gone and worked with her personally, and they're like, I've been there for 2 weeks, and she's totally on the up and up, blah, 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 blah. But this other lady talking shit has really harmed. It's, the libel slander thing when it harms your reputation and harms your income and stuff like that, because they don't understand 501c3s, that you're allowed to draw a salary from that to live. And you're allowed to buy food from restaurants. They want the entire team eating like Armageddon rations. They don't think that they should go out and actually sit down and have a nice hot dinner after they've pulled dead bodies and body parts out of the river for the past, 12 hours that day. You can't just survive on fucking Armageddon food. And if people are making donations and they don't want those donations to go to feed a team, to get them a nice sit down somewhere when they've been doing this. That's fucking bullshit. People are complaining she's buying cigarettes with it. You're allowed to pay yourself. You're allowed to draw a salary from a nonprofit so you can live. Cigarettes, if you need a fucking cigarette to get by while you pull out fucking dead bodies and 7-year-old boys out of the fucking mud, smoke a goddamn cigarette. If you need a fucking shot of whiskey to go do that shit, I'll bring you some fucking whiskey. Do we really expect these rescuer people to be like priests? Well, don't get me started on priests. They're out there helping, and that's all that matters. So funny. You know, I got a medical misinformation strike for sharing medical journal information. I was literally sharing medical journal information and some dumb fucker got offended, and stupid people. Anyway. And then there's some other people who, oops, what am I doing? Sorry, I'm trying to get back to the chat. Anyway, man, I'm just fucking up here, aren't I? Oh my God, you've got to watch this guy. This guy is such a fucking asshole. You guys got to go there and troll him. He is so, I guess, I don't know if he's on fentanyl or what it is, but it's at Truther777. And he says that he's an ascended master. So you should definitely go there if you want to check out some ascended masters. And if you want someone to scream at you like I was doing for a while, if you missed that about me. He's awful. He's like the least desirable human I've ever seen in my life on this channel, on this. And then the most amazing thing is there's women going on there being like, I'll live in your basement. Because people are like, oh, you're in your mom's basement. He's in an apartment with no furniture. And people are like, are you a squatter? And someone's like, oh, he lives in his mom's basement. And some lady's like, I'll live in his basement with him. And I'm thinking, but he's got a lot of watchers because he's just so fucking weird, man. He's like, you should just go check him out. I'm not telling you to subscribe or like or anything like that. I'm not trying to blow up his channel, but sometimes there's people who you really just gotta see. So, Bob, how you doing? Yeah, American. Read and comprehend. What? Anyway, so don't forget about the North Carolina stuff, you guys. Samaritan's Purse is the one. Dr. Phil has a new network that he launched, and he's down there covering this. He's making sure the story doesn't die as well. The ones that I've been watching are the ones who are covering this. They're not necessarily dealing so much with donations. They're just covering the story. They're showing what's going on and that it's still going on, you guys. I reached out to someone that I know down, she was living around Lake Lure, and I haven't heard back. I texted her and sent her an email, and I haven't heard anything back. It was like a week ago. Well, maybe it was 4 days ago. Hold on, let me do something real quick. Don't freak out. It's going to be member only for a second. Okay. when I do that, I think that it alerts the members that it's a member only. I try that sometimes to see how it goes. And Corey, my son, who's coming back today, not yesterday, he'll be able to help me a little more because there's a lot I could be doing with the channel that I'm not doing with the channel. Because I'm a creator, you know, I'm just this person. I like to just be on camera. I don't want to do the post-production stuff, although I'm supposed to be doing the post-production stuff and churning out even the content from my Shasta trip. You know, it's stuff like that. Oh, he stopped after the election. Okay. I don't know what I was gonna say. It doesn't matter. I guess I need more coffee. Frank, hi. Does anybody want a 620 with me? So I got this strain yesterday, you guys. I haven't had a strain like this in a couple of years. Now, you know I can't smoke pinene or terpinolene. What flowers? And I think this did have terpene and pinene in it. Terpinolene and pinene in a little bit. Oh, you're at work? Because it did make my heart race a bit. But it also has limonene, which I love, linalool. Oh, let me go grab the bowling. And although my heart was racing, I had a lot of good energy and it felt really nice. What's up, Tiger? I actually danced carefully. I'm learning how to dance differently without, I've been trained in all different types of dance, but my favorite are like the Latin dances. And so when I dance, I'm very much in my hips and spine, but my spine is broken. And so that arch in my back, I mean, like my spine itself doesn't arch at all anymore. None of it. It's like this. I can't arch my back at all anymore. I just realized that last night. I finally lost all of the curve in my spine after 40 years of this. And so anything where I'm trying to arch my back is going to pinch that nerve every time I try to arch my back. So I'm not going to be able to do that. But I figured out what's the posture I can do. And it looks like I'm going to have to dance like Snoop Dogg. So if Snoop Dogg does it, I will do it. So I'm going to be learning the Snoop Dogg style of dancing like hip hop. I love hip hop. I've been trained in hip hop from when hip hop was first coming on the scene across the world in 1983. I started learning hip hop dance. Brian. All right, Brian. People. Oh, is that what it's called? I'm going to have to learn if that's what it's called, because that, you keep your body real straight and you can bounce. Like I can bounce, right? I can do the bounce and the whole thing, right? It's when I get into the whole Latin where I'm starting to do the swivels and arches and stuff, and that's my go-to. That's who I am. And African dancing is a lot about whipping your body, like, using your spine and using your, and, and I can't do any of that. I mean, the spine, the upper part, yeah, but, and that is the one thing that really motivates me to want spinal surgery, is if I could dance again. If I could dance again, I'd go on AGT, Parliament Funkadelic. Oh, P-Funk, of course, George Clinton. Yeah. Yeah, I'm no stranger to George Clinton and Funkadelic. Good morning. Hi, Rock. Am I missing 420? Almost. Let me grab the boing. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Mama, he's crazy. Crazy over me. Ooh. So, yeah, let's do it. Oh, sorry. I'll take you with me this time. I had to take the weed with me. My body's not quite ready to move. Oh, look at this pretty girl. Hey, pretty girl. Oh, there it is. Oh, should I grab the... I guess I should grab the... Because I'm a hypochondriac, remember? Yeah, man, I'm a hypochondriac. And I say that because... So it's actually funny because some lady last week, she saw that I have like a little tray of, mostly it's CBD, THC, stuff like that. But then I had Advil and Pamperin on there. And I'm like, what should I take? And she's like, oh my God, you're a hypochondriac. I'm leaving. Well, I saw that she actually was gifted a membership yesterday. I hope she comes back on. The reason why I take Advil is because my back is broken and I can't take pharma medications. When I say broken, it's brizoke, like a jizoke. When a doctor sees my x-rays, the words that come out of their mouth are always, oh my God. But I can't take pharma meds. I'm glad I can't take pharma meds, so I'm just going to keep taking my Advil. And if some whore wants to come on here and call me a hypochondriac, I don't give a fuck. But she was gifted a membership, so I hope she comes back just so that we can say hi. Uh-oh. How about ginger ale? I made my own ginger ale. Ooh. This is actual juiced ginger root, a ton of maple syrup, and club soda. Oh, and a little bit of apple. I did apple ginger. So I've taken the Advil, which might hurt my stomach. I guess I could come sit over here. And later on, I'll be like, where's my Advil? Why is it here on the kitchen counter? Hold on, y'all. I'll be there. Hold on. I'm coming. Hold on. I'm coming. Hold on. I'm coming. Yeah, it definitely has a kick to it. I wouldn't say that it really tastes like root beer. Ginger beer. That's what I meant to say. It doesn't really taste like a ginger beer. but it does taste good. And yes, depending on how much club soda, turmeric, yeah, totally. Turmeric doesn't have that flavor though, but it's okay. You put ginger in your coffee? That's very interesting. Where's the grinder? Oh yeah, real cranberry juice. You know what I really, really, really love? Cherry juice. Trader Joe's, it does have sugar in it, but Trader Joe's has a cherry juice, tart cherry juice. It is so good. Okay, let's see. So anyway, I got this strain. And man, it gave me some get up and go. I don't know why, okay? I need to research it because I did find it made my heart race, which is not good. It should not have that much effect because it's not a sativa. It's supposed to be a heavy indica. But because it has that, it has to have terpenylene and pinene in it because my heart was racing. But it also had that linalool and myrcene in it. So I was like super chill. Bob, yes. That is how I am by nature. But when I had children, my things after a while were no longer where they belonged. And what? Flour mill discount code Shayna. You guys take note. I just bought a new grinder. But I will, next time I need a grinder. Hannah. But I'm gonna smoke it anyway. And I was thinking about you last night while I was sitting in the parking lot trying to figure out what strain to get. I'm like, it's so funny because, you know, I didn't feel like buying any the other day. And Hannah was like, yeah, the last time I felt like that, I didn't buy any. I just never did. I quit. I totally get it. It mills. It doesn't grind. That's interesting. Flour mill. Who's Shayna? Do you get some of that? Okay, dispassionate observer. It is my desire to smoke for pain relief, yes. Does it work? Not really. It takes my head out there instead of all up in this. But then yesterday when I smoked this, I was like, oh my God. I took Buddy out for a walk and I was able to hang on to his leash and like run. Now, my back is broken. I have no spring in my spine, so I'm not really running. And my leg, I have a total titanium screws and shit in my knee, right? So there's not a lot happening there. So I'm not running a lot. But what I was able to do is like limp run. No. Have you ever played Sub Rosa, the game Sub Rosa? Does anybody know what that is and how the characters move? I was able to run like those characters move in falling forward fast. Let me show you what I was actually doing. Okay, if I can do it. I'll do it from the doorway. So I was able to do this with Buddy. I was like, had him and he's pulling me forward and keeping me balanced. And I was like, I can gallop. I can gallop, or I can like really bend my knees and stay level like this, and he'll pull me a little bit because these are service animals. They know to pull me a little bit. So I went out there and ran a little bit, like up and down the sidewalk just a couple times. And then, yeah, I can, a couple weeks ago, I was like skipping, like, you know, like this, you know, and this time I was like, and then I just came in and danced for a bit, you know, so I got my heart rate up. I moved my body a little bit, but I try to be really careful not to do my whole spine thing, you know, not to like whip my body around. I'm trying to figure out how to dance different because I wasn't just a dancer, I was a choreographer. I can choreograph beautiful pieces, but I can't move my body. So, trying to just find a new way to dance because I love to dance. It's hard for me to hear music and not dance. That's why I'm a dancer. I was a dancer since before I was born. I was like, actually started little dance classes before I was like when I was 3. Well, so I wasn't too sore, right? Because I put on the CBD creams and sprayed magnesium. And so no, I took some, I think I did, I don't know if I took Advil before bed. Yeah, I did. I took 2 Advil dual strength before bed and a quarter of a magic pill that the Godfather sent me. I realized that that's plenty. I was doing a half and that I don't need that much. 1/4. They want to go somewhere with snow. Well, if they've got snow in North Carolina, go help the North Carolinians. No, that's what I would do if I was anywhere near there, man. I might do it anyway. You know I want to go. It's just so far. You were born a singer. Oh, shit. Oh, honey. I am so, so sorry. I was intubated, and that can definitely fuck up your throat for a while. The UP got snow, yeah. Ski Mountain, yeah. Fake snow. All right, let's smoke this. I'm a little late. Ding! Oh. I mean, we've got snow up here. Come visit me. Damn, she does dabs. Abby, thank you, honey. Excuse me. Oh, it's time to fire up the diffuser. Huh. So tea time. Have you guys ever heard me talk about how I'm never late, but I'm usually a day early? Well, yeah. Today. He lands at about 6 p.m. today. But it was so scary because he told me the 12th. I'm sure he did. And then I didn't hear from him, and I couldn't get a hold of him from 5 a.m. till like 3 p.m. I couldn't get a hold of him. And then I started reaching out to people. I accidentally texted Firewall, so he ended up calling me about it. And then, of course, eventually Corey resurfaces, and it's like, sorry, you know. And of course, it was like, I'm sure everything's fine, but... And my usual, I'm a day early. I remember being at the airport to pick up a client, right? Or being in front of their house and being like, your driver has arrived. They're like, yeah, that's tomorrow. It's like, oh, how right you are. See you tomorrow. It's no big deal. I'm used to it. I've lived with myself for 54 years now. Yeah. Yeah. So, but it was a little scary, you guys. I get really freaked out when my kids travel or when anybody travels. I get freaked out. Like I told Firewall yesterday, I'm like, just don't tell me when you're traveling. Tell me when you're here or when you're wherever you've gone, but don't tell me when you're going. Like, okay, we're flying tomorrow. Don't tell me that. Say we flew yesterday or we just landed, then I won't worry. I mean, just anything scares me, honestly. It's like, and of course my brain goes to the weirdest places. And I know it does, and so I don't try to take it too seriously, right? I can observe myself being psycho. I'm just glad he's coming back. I don't like my kids being away from me, and honestly, some kids really want to get away from their parents. My kids don't. My kids don't want to get away from me. They're welcome to, but they just don't want to. And when he was packing to leave last time, I walked in the room and he was choked up and having trouble. He didn't want to leave us. He didn't want to go back. So I'm really happy. Brandon, yes, I've talked about this a lot. I used to be the sickest, first, worst, and longest, 2 to 3 times a year. I never get sick anymore. I can't remember the last time I was fucking sick. When I was about 45, I learned. It was probably 42 or 3 when I learned. Oh, honey, good for you. How exciting. Oh, wow. Where will they go? I guess they're just touring Japan. That's amazing. Yeah. Worst and longest. I never get sick anymore, and I've told you guys why. Now, I don't know. They might have taken the video down because, telling you about a medical journal is now considered medical misinformation, apparently. I'm going to have to plug my phone in soon. I don't know. I don't see where it says about my strikes. Whatever. I'll figure that out another time. I have a great memory for some things. I literally will be talking in a conversation and completely forget what the whole conversation was about. Like if there's a lull in the conversation and I start doing something else for a split second, and then the person says something about whatever, or I want to respond to whatever, and then I literally have no idea what we were just talking about. I don't remember a lot of my childhood. I blocked it out on purpose. A lot of my life, I blocked it out on purpose. But I have a great memory for the things I have a great memory for, Long term, I don't know. I don't really care to remember like the details of my life so much because there's been so much trauma. I have noticed that things I learned many, 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 many fucking years ago in school, now when I look back at them, I'm like, okay, I used to know this and now I can't remember exactly how it goes. Like the names of the clouds, right? Right. When we were in fourth grade, didn't we all learn the names of the clouds? And it was something that just stuck with me. And now I'm like, yeah, I know there's stratus, cumulus, nimbus, cumulus, but I can't tell you which ones are which except for like cumulonimbus. Stuff like that. Walking into a room. Okay, now I don't even have to walk into the room to forget what I was going in there for. All I have to do is stand up and start walking into the room, and I've already forgotten what I'm trying to do. And it is because of my stress levels. I'm not breathing, I'm not meditating, I'm not grounding. But yesterday, I started moving more. This strain is very nice. I like it a lot. It's one of those strains that makes you want to move your body. And that's the kind of strain I need. Was that like The Exorcist? I'm trying to be American. My armpits stink, which is unusual. So, babe, Hannah, didn't you just go spend a couple of days with him? Or her? Didn't you just go spend a couple of days with a grandparent? You know, Abby, there are so many reasons. So tea time, this isn't supposed... Oh, you're asking about this strain? I don't fucking know. The terpenes are limonene, myrcene, caryophyllene, which are all the hybrids in the world, linalool, and I'm sure there's pinene and terpenylene or one or the other of those somewhere, but up there enough to make my heart race. But it's got the linalool in it, which is going to kind of... So it's a very interesting combination. I never thought about doing that. Layering a heavy linalool over Jack Herrera type terpenylene sativa strain. If you have heart issues, AFib, stuff like that, tachycardia, you don't want to do the pinenes and terpenylenes because that's what makes your heart race and you're at risk for a stroke when you smoke those strains, those terpenes. It's very, very important you understand the terpenes, y'all, especially those two. Now, I've been diagnosed with AFib. I thought because it's only a small percentage of the time that it wasn't a big deal. What I've learned is that small percentage of the time is enough to take you down. And I'm like, is that why I'm so iffy in my energy? Am I just like, is that why I'm like short of breath, fatigued? Like I slept fine, but then I get up and I'm like, you know, I don't see doctors, so it's like hard for me to know what's what. Not that they would help. Not that they would help. I try to do it myself. Colds. Listen, I can't give medical or any kind of advice because I was already given a strike for sharing a medical journal and having it called medical misinformation. So I don't share that stuff anymore. And I'm sorry. Someone in the comments might be able to do it though if they know what I'm talking about. Oh my God, statin drugs. Yeah. You know how easy it is just to lower the cholesterol naturally. Kirsten, what state is that? Curious enough. That's interesting. Yeah, it's just awful what they've done. They've ruined these family farms too out here. It's just, they just have a way of destroying things. And I just, live free or die. Get all this fucking regulation and bureaucracy out of our country. And that's what Trump is promising to do. Cut the fucking bureaucracy out of it. Cut the regulations out of shit that doesn't need to be regulated like that. The only reason weed needs to be regulated is so they can have their fucking hands in it. Never felt sick before that, Kirsten. That's interesting. I want to tell you something, Kirsten. Okay? I could not figure out. I went without an inhaler for many years. No. I've been intubated for asthma. I had horrible asthma since the time I was a child. I lived in an oxygen tent in the hospital when I was little. You know what I mean? I've been in the ER a gazillion times. I've passed out from lack of air on the way to the ER. It's horrible. Have you ever tried to breathe water or try to breathe someone else's air out of their mouth? I mean, you go crazy when you're dying. Commercial. When I moved out here, I started shopping at Sam's Club and I got those big fucking aerosol cleaners. And I was just cleaning the fuck out of my place with that stuff. I'm like, whatever, I've already had kids, my kids aren't really around when I'm cleaning. So, bye, Bob. Thanks for stopping by, honey. Have a great day. So, what the fuck was I talking about? See, that's what I do. It's like I'm allowing myself to get distracted and then I can't remember what the fuck I was just talking about. See, that's exactly what just happened. Drug dealers, yep. And I saw that change. It came in the 80s. Oh, thank you, household cleaners. Ugh. So eventually I started needing to use my inhaler. And I was using it a lot. Every time I would lay down flat on my back to go to sleep, I would have an asthma attack. And so I learned that I had to start sleeping on my side. God, this thing keeps jumping around. I'm sorry. I can't read the chat right now because my screen, it's like there's ads, there's stuff. I mean, why would I get premium? So, yeah, okay. So, yeah, they cause all sorts of problems. So, but I'm like, whatever, right? I've already had my children, whatever, it's easier. Well, so then like a year and a half, no, almost like 8 months after we moved here, I finally realized, because what happened is, hello, bonjour, Tashana. I finally realized, okay, so what happened was I burned my lungs with bleach because I said I need adult supervision. I burned my lungs with bleach. And if it was any worse, I would have gone to the hospital. 2 solid weeks, I struggled to breathe, especially during sleep. And I was just sucking down the inhaler, man. It was horrible. I need to plug this in and that. So I really and I knew I burned my lungs with bleach, right? So I started to realize that these aerosol cleaners were also part of the problem. And like, duh. So I got rid of the aerosol cleaners, and after just a short period of time, I didn't need my inhalers any longer again. So you guys, and I've studied formally, which means in college, environmental illness. That's an environmental illness. When you get asthmatic from your cleaners, that's an environmental illness. Something that's in, on, or around your body is making you sick. And we're surrounded by them every day. All of us are. So please, please, please clean up your cleaners. If you have a Trader Joe's near you and you can afford to get their dishwashing soap, laundry detergent, fabric softener, like they have these wonderful lavender bags that go in the dryer. Clean up your cleaning supplies. Don't wash your sheets and towels and clothes with toxic stuff because it stays on your clothes, it gets on your skin, it's absorbed in 20 seconds into your body and your bloodstream. And those chemical hormones or chemical fragrances and other things are hormone disruptors that mimic estrogen, cause estrogen dominant. I need to be careful because this is, listen, I'm formally trained in this, okay? I've gone to college for this exact thing. Environmental illness is something you can look up. Try to clean up your products. This is not medical information. Just stay away from toxic chemicals as much as you can. Scentsy candles are made of chemical fragrances, whereas doTERRA and Young Living or any essential oil diffusers like this, you know, with the stuff that comes out the top, this is essential oil diffuser. Essential oils are not chemical fragrances. They actually do have a psychological and chemical reaction and effect on your body, but it's a harmonic and good one. And you can pick and choose what you're trying to do with that. These terpenes in here are found elsewhere in nature. For example, linalool, it's the one in indica that gives you that nice relaxing space. Very heavily found in lavender. Limonene, which is the one that cuts your appetite. If you get cravings, carb cravings, get a strain with linalool, or linalool is found, with limonene. Limonene is also found in citrus. Just go smell some lemon or taste a little lemon juice. So that is, it's super, 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 oh my God, so vital, you guys, that you cut the chemicals out of your life as much as possible. Like, what chemicals do you use that you weren't even realizing? Like, even if you wear perfume or cologne, shaving cream, your deodorants, your body creams, everything you put on your body, you put in your body, or you put around your body, think about it. As you go through your day, I challenge you to make a list every time, or take a picture. That's even easier. Take a picture every time you use a product. Every time you're like, oh my God, that's got chemicals in it. Snap, oh my God, that's got chemicals in it. Snap, it could be your food, your drinks. It could be stuff that you, like I said, your dishwashing stuff, your cleaners around your house, your fragrancy stuff. Maybe you've got room sprays, okay? There's Febreze, and then there's natural room sprays. Febreze, chemical fragrances, hormone disruptors, estrogen dominance, lots and lots of problems, okay? Hear me now. This is very, very important. The interesting. Fifth generation. Oh yeah, okay. Fifth generation. Yeah, that's good stuff. Vinegar and steam. Okay, yes, 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 yes. Diluted apple cider vinegar smells like Febreze. It really does. And you could even mix essential oils in with it, but it smells so good. It smells like you're in an apple orchard. Listen, Ruby, yeah, you have to be very careful how you use anything. I can't imagine. Like you heard about a woman passing away from essential oils. That's so much hearsay. I mean, what do you mean? Where's the article? That's medical misinformation right there. Because you're not providing any, like, come on. Let's hear some information. Give us a link. I mean, come on. What's ACV? Cleaning vinegar with essential oils. Okay. Yeah. That's the way to go. You don't want to use like a lemon essential oil if you've got cats. That's very bad for them. I'm going to need to eat something pretty soon. Where are the facts? Yeah. What I'm telling you guys is actually medical journal and scientific journal information. It's out there for anybody to learn, but I get my information from scientific journals that are peer-reviewed studies. And other places. Like, I love to take a look at who the blackballed scientists are. Remember the guy who showed that glyphosates, frogs exposed to heavy glyphosates in nature spontaneously change sex. They change gender. No fluoride, same. No fluorides in my toothpaste, no aluminum in my deodorant. And I like to use toothpaste that is high in xylitol. And I choose xylitol gum. Xylitol. Yeah, it's cold. I need to eat. Okay, fuck. I kind of am in the mood for a can of tuna, but I don't have any. Listen, Kirsten, go to the .gov sites. Whatever you're going to search for, let's say you want to know about the work they're doing, pay very close attention to what I'm about to tell you. This is going to answer some questions that were asked earlier. Let's just say hashtag educational, hashtag documentary. Let's just say you wanted to know more about the research or more about why breast milk is so valuable, for example. What is it about breast milk that is so valuable? Just do a search for breast milk and .gov. Whatever you want to research, put in your search term, but then put .gov. You're welcome. You guys, the government has all the good research. Tea time. We'll see you soon, honey. I hope you have a beautiful day. And be high. Look, the government research is solid. They just don't share it with us, is what it is. The government's a liar, for sure. But when you look at their medical journals, the research that they've funded, that's just that, you're going to find out some good information. And then you won't have to pay to read the medical journals. That's what I'm saying. I know what you're talking about. It's PubMed. I think it is. Published medical journals. But just put .gov after it. You'll find all the good studies you want. Let's say you want to understand all of the patents for mind control technologies. Put mind control, comma, patent, comma, .gov. You'll find out some killer shit that's going on out there. Knowing how to research is really, really, really key. Knowing how to research. CNN, that's not a good source of research. PBS, not a good source of information for scientific, unbiased research. You can also go to the different universities, like Penn State University. They have a huge, one of the biggest research libraries of all time. And you can go and research the fuck out of that shit. I don't think you have to pay for that. You have paid, fuck yeah. Hey, you know what? If you want the information, I'm not mad. Whew. I do have well, yesterday I ate an egg. Good versus bad sources. Yes, that's interesting. Same with me. I was at the University of Judaism in Bel Air and Lourdes College, which is now Lourdes University, which is nuns. So I've had rabbis, I've had nuns as professors. I prefer nuns, Franciscan ones. During that same time period when the internet was just starting, but that was the late 90s. I deleted that shit. Were they being weird? It looked to me like it too. Oh, Kirsten, thanks so much. I didn't buy any hoodies. I mean, I thought so. I read it too. I do read things wrong, and occasionally the chat will let me know that I read it wrong. Okay, good. All right. As long as you all agree. Oh my God. Hey. Fuck. So as I was dancing around, hi, Gotti, last night, I realized I finally have lost the arch in my back completely. My whole back. When my low back flattened, remember I said I had extremely flexible low back and my whole back. I was just very, very flexible. Well, it's broken and it's straightened out. And when that happens, over time, your whole back loses its S curve. And it's finally gone. 97. So I started college in 95, I think. And by 97, I went out to LA to the University of Judaism, the School of the Jews. They hated me, and I hated them. That was bad. And then and the internet was just starting. No bad stories to tell. Is that sarcasm? Because I went to a Franciscan university first for my first 2 years. And I graduated high school. Well, my class graduated in 88. I graduated in 87. I finished in 87. Hi, Davey. How are you? Oh, I need to plug this computer in. Is that plugged in? Yes. Need a a massage. Me too. You do or I do? You sold your car to get a computer. I went and bought a Mac computer at Best Buy. I didn't know it didn't come with any programs or anything. So then I returned it and got a Vio, a Sony Vio. '88, yeah. You're 54. Honky donkey. You were born in '88. Oh, baby. Little baby. Oh, interesting, Kirsten. Hey, Davey, thank you. Oh my God, you're still there? On the 11th. Well, happy birthday, honey. You're a dog too. You were born in the year of the dog. You're a Sagittarius dog. Good for you. Yeah, and this was back in the day. Hannah, honey. I was born last century. Oh, fuck. July 28th, you're Leo, honey. You're not on the cusp, you're Leo. Like the 23rd is the cusp, right? You're full on Leo, babe. Look at you. I can even look at you and see that you're a Leo now that I get it. 1990, I don't know what the animal is for the Chinese zodiac of 1990. Alexa, what is the Chinese zodiac animal for 1990?
I know about one Chinese calendar year in 1990, year of the horse.
You're a horse, baby. Listen, you need to understand why it's the rat. It's important to understand why, because the rat is very important. Think about what they do. Go watch Ratatouille to understand your animal. Together with your daughter. You feel spry? Oh, honey. Smoke some of this. You'll feel spry. You're the horse too. Yeah, if you're on the cusp like that, which is kind of nice because that Taurus and Gemini could maybe balance each other out. You're a Virgo. Oh my God. All my best friends have always been Virgos. I have literally the most fucking, we talked about this before. I don't know if it was the Virgo part or just that you and I would be the ones at the party. Like, they'd be like, could you separate those two, please? Oh shit. Now I know you're a Virgo. Fuck. Double trouble. That's what we end up getting called. Double trouble. Yeah. My best friend growing up, her birthday is 9/11. And I had another girlfriend, which is 9/7. My grandmother was 9/7. Resourceful but opportunistic. Wait, being resourceful means that you are opportunistic. Now let me explain the word opportunistic. What dumbass does not take proper advantage of opportunities? When you see an opportunity and you don't take advantage of it, I mean, not all opportunities are for us, right? It's an opportunity when it's an opportunity. But the rat sees the opportunity a lot. They see opportunity in everything. Well, so yeah, opportunism has been given a bad name, but it's actually a really good quality if you develop it well. You don't want to become a pack rat, but you want to be able to really see opportunities in ways that others don't. And you're resourceful in ways that others can't quite tap into. What is Elon Musk? I wonder if he's a rat. You're a rabbit? Oh, a little fluffy rabbit, bunny rabbit. August 4th. Yeah, we got a lot of Leos in the room. January 24th. So you're on the cusp. Ooh, geez. Are you like Capricorn, Aquarius cusp? Wow. Wow. Is that correct, Tashana? You're right on the cusp. Rooster Sagittarius. So Eka, it's like you're the fiery broadcaster of the news. You've got this fire personality. You don't want to be tied down. You like your freedom and you love to broadcast the news of the day. Am I right? Okay, Kirsten, that's good to know. Sitting in observation of yourself instead of sitting in judgment sounds like is what you're doing. Because you're watching and observing, but now knowing this about yourself, that this is a good quality. Remember how I had my awakening and I'm like, I thought these things about me were bugs, but now I understand their features. I learned that from Firewall. I learned that I have Mercury and Mars in Leo and what that means, and Saturn in 8 and what that means. And I was like, oh my God, these things in my life that I thought were broken about me are written into my fucking electromagnetic timestamp code, and they're features, not bugs. I need to try to eat something. Oh my God, that oatmeal I made yesterday is literally still sitting on the stovetop. See, I had ginger and coffee on an empty stomach. Kirsten, listen, babe. Okay, I'm going to help you reframe this, whether you like it or not. Have you ever heard the term hunter-gatherer? You're a gatherer like you're supposed to be. You're a good gathering woman. We're supposed to gather. Allow yourself that. When I'm at the grocery store gathering, I get so insulted because I'm supposed to be out in a garden or walking through the rainforest or the woods or whatever, foraging. Okay? You're not pack ratting, babe. You're foraging. You're gathering like you're supposed to do. You're being a good woman. I would love to have lunch with you. Whenever I'm in your area, we will have lunch. We've been tricked by society. We don't know why we do the things we do, and it seems like they're dysfunctional. Learn your code. You were born with a code. You are the technology. You're running a program. Learn your code. Understand what your code is so that you know who you are from the most basic level. Then take your free will and make sure you're running your code to the maximum benefit. Go get your bug fixes. Go get your updates. Download some new applications and run that code to the fullest of who you are. And I'm being completely literal. I know it sounds like I'm speaking in metaphors. I'm not. I look at things from a very, very primal, instinctive way as an animal, because what we are, people, is we're animals who are carrying quantum computers. So we're running a code, but our quantum computer gives us free will. Here we've got things that we know, like here's a pinky, here's a bowl that I can hear in the third dimension. Okay, that's the code of the body. Okay, but then your electromagnetic timestamp is you as a unique code. Everybody's running a very, very different code. Even though some of them are so similar, they're different. Okay, so you've got your animal body running a code. You've got your own unique electromagnetic timestamp code, which is your code. When I say code, I'm talking about computer code. I'm not metaphoring here. You have a computer code running. If you don't know what it is, you can't read your code, you are going to have no clue why you do the things you do. Understand the human as animal, hunter-gatherer. Understand yourself and your code as you are the technology. You're a computer. And understand the quantum freedom you have to know things that you don't know how you know. Your quantum computers there is a connection, a Venn diagram connection between that and your spirit, your light body. We talked about tryptophan. We talked about tryptophan illuminating your light body. It reflects that ultraviolet. That's going to give you the power of manifestation, because the tubules in your brains, when they're lit up with enough tryptophan, literally grabs that three-dimensional wheel of fortune spinning in chaos and allows you to determine where to stop it and stop it. And step into that reality that you've created while your brain tubules are lit up with tryptophan. I know it sounds weird, but it's science. It's just science, you guys. Hannah, that's that vagal nerve stuff, guys. Ready? If you do not feel like you're running your code, and if you do not feel like you know who you are, and you do not feel like you have the energy, get some electrolytes in you today. Blow yourself up with some good plasma, electrolytes, get some plasma going. So you're conducting electricity, so you could conduct electricity. Now, like you've put water in a battery, now you need to go charge it, which means you're going to go connect with the earth. That's where you charge it. Touch a tree, sit on the earth, take your dog and pet your dog, connect with something that's actually connected to the earth. You can use an actual meter and see that when you have your rubber shoes on and you're standing on the earth, you are not plugged in. Take your shoes off and all of a sudden you're going to see that charge. touch someone next to you who's wearing rubber shoes with no charge, and they'll be lit up. It only takes one connection. That's going to give you your bug fixes and your downloads, your upgrades, right? Hannah, sometimes they don't realize they have it that loud. Subtitles help. So anyway, once you've got your plasma charged up, ooh, Brian, that's nice. Once you've got your plasma charged up, then your program is going to start running without you. It doesn't matter if you know what it is or not. It's really helpful if you know what it is, though. Then when you take your tryptophan, your manifestation powers are going to be so incredibly increased that you are going to need to get really, really specific about what you're producing. It's the tubules that reflect, it's the tubules that reflect ultraviolet that literally are the things that align, how do I put it? I can't right now. I talked about it yesterday. If you guys want to go revisit what I'm talking about. I'm hungry, so I'm struggling to put these concepts into words that you can understand. It's making me tired and hungry. And my armpits stink, I think. I don't know why my armpits don't usually stink. I've been sleeping in clothes. Yeah. Tashana, I did not. I'll go today. I did get my registration handled, though. Okay. The foods high in tryptophan are usually dairy. Like what? Turkey and chocolate. But you want to just take a really high quality tryptophan supplement. Dr. Berg probably has one. Yeah, I'm not feeling well now, am I? Okay, I'm trying, you guys. But I ate like a bunch of pizza last night, hoping to bloat out a little bit. Nope, didn't really work. It had cheese and gluten. I couldn't do it every day. Milk, cheese, turkey, chicken, eggs, and chocolate. Don't forget chocolate has tryptophan in it. Women love the chocolate has tryptophan, which calms you, and caffeine that gives you a little energy. So it's calming and energizing at the same time. How beautiful. Milk, cheese. Maybe I'm going to eat some cheese. My butt muscles are so sore. I don't know. Yes, I do. Although I really want some club soda. See, it's so weird for me because I really I don't even think about it. I just move fast. I move so fucking fast. But I can't. I can't. I usually move really fast. I'm a fast walker. My stride, even today, my stride is 27 inches long. Each step is 27 inches. That's long. Weird. Do you guys know how long your strides are? Where the fuck is the cold water? Where's the pitcher? The pitcher and the cold water are gone. Oh shit, the ice maker's overflowing. Have you all ever heard of having the ice maker that you have to turn on and off? Like, oh, I've got too much ice, let's turn the ice maker off. And now it's like, oh, we don't have enough ice, let's make some more ice. It's weird, like why? It's just weird. Oh, I love fasting. Hold on, the do not disturb just turned off on my phone. Give me one hot second. And I need to plug the computer in. Measure what, honey? So on day, I think it's like day 2 or 3 of fasting. Holy crap, you get this burst, it's like drugs. Hold on, I gotta whizzle the nizzles. What was I doing? Okay. Thank you for spamming those hearts. That's sweet. It does help the algorithm. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Yeah, man, that ketosis. I don't need to fat burn, but fasting releases HGH and other things. Your body starts to consume all like mutated cells first. So it's a really good way, and it does a bunch of other stuff. It like reset, it's amazing. Your brain needs carbs, but when you're fasting, yeah, gotta get your body to eat itself. It consumes the junk first. The mutated cells. Now, I'm not an expert in fasting, so I'm not telling you to fast. I'm not an expert. I've just read about it or watched videos and stuff. And I've done it, and I know that I love doing it. So much so that I would prefer, I like literally, I don't mind the feeling of hunger here. It's the fact that I just can't function as well until that like day goes by and you get that burst. But I just can't live like that all the time. You see me just getting thinner and thinner. Tumors and the bad stuff first. Exactly. Yeah, I'm not really sure what but it's like my phone tracks how far I walk in a certain distance and like can feel the, I'm naturally just I've got long legs. That's what it is. I can read and spell check, honey. Don't freak out. Oh. Okay, so I'm making club soda, but I said I was going to eat. Oh, cheese. I said I wanted to eat cheese, and there it is. I don't have any fruit except frozen food. Water's another story, absolutely. But still, they've shown and proved that literally water, you can live a lot longer than you could ever imagine without water as well. Oh, we should boil some eggs. Hold on, let me get the my charger cable for my computer. Okie dokie. Okay. Oh, okie. Oh wow, what happened? How did you feel? I think I think I did a 4 or 5 day fast. Yeah. The reason I'm not doing a smoothie is because I don't have much oat milk left. And so it won't have any creamy in it. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let me eat some of this before. Fuck. Okay, I'm eating some cheese. It's funny sometimes how it autocorrects. It's like there's someone sitting there just fucking with you, right? CMOS. My refrigerator is just about empty, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go to the grocery store today and fill it up because although I thought Corey was coming yesterday, I'm a day early. He's coming tonight. I do not use almond milk, I use oat milk. I mean, I get it, Brian. It's like good energy. Was I married at the time or almost or recently? I don't know, but he's like, what are you on? You on drugs, babe? It's like, I'm fasting. I'm never going to eat again. This is amazing. You really become superhuman. It's a smart ass phone is what it is. Smart ass. Okay. I've taken a couple bites of cheese. Yay. Some people say drinking coffee is fine during fasting because it's just really not consuming calories. What do you think about that? As long as you're not consuming calories. Yeah, I have a hard time eating, but then last night I ate some pizza. And because I'm having such a hard time eating now, I just allowed it, even though I'm gluten and lactose free. I just went ahead and I'm like, make happen. Oh, you can have coffee. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Although doctors are stupid. And a bite of cheese. You know what I don't mind is a good omelet. I need a list, guys. I just don't remember what I eat once it's gone. So, I really do enjoy making like a French omelet, for example, with basil, tomato, and some kind of sheep or goat cheese. And then I put jam and hot sauce on it, eat it with an English muffin. I love doing Irish Benedict, which would be the egg and the hollandaise sauce, but with corned beef hash instead of ham or something. Look at this fucking dog. You're hungry now. Yeah. Sorry. But you're right. I need to make some boiled eggs. I will. Ugh. I love corned beef hash, right? Like extra crispy. Irish Benedict. Ask for that. It's just swap out that ham for corned beef hash. Oh, that's a little bit like a Waldorf salad, kind of. That sounds good, Brian. Yeah, see, maybe the more we talk about food, the more we'll all want to eat. Well, I don't know if you guys need to eat, but I need to eat. And you guys, I might just get some Arbonne. You know, I'm also gonna register my car in North Dakota or South Dakota whenever I get there because I'm tired of paying $400 or $500 to renew my registration a week before Christmas. I really didn't need to spend that $400 yesterday on that. Okay, Kirsten, I went through this about a year ago. And here's what I did, girlfriend. Hold on. I'm not saying this company, but this is what helped me to become a better cook. I ordered HelloFresh for like a month. And it just made me a better cook in general afterwards. It was after going through these recipes and having everything turn out really beautiful that I channeled my like chicken tikka masala recipe out of the ethers. Strawberry yogurt and orange and a breakfast cake. What's a breakfast cake? I mean, it's not a loss. It's just bad time of year. Oh, honey. Are you not good at following instructions? Your Southern granny and mama. Oh, you're so lucky. You know what though, Brian? Knowing your ingredients and having confidence, for some of us, I think cooking is the ability to smell what's good. I can't really do that. It's like a strudel. Like a pastry. Yeah, okay, so I did make my salmon the other day using the internet. You get distracted, girl, me too. You can't smell. See? I can smell, but I can't tell which things go together. Now, my son Corey, one of the things I taught him from a very young age is how to read and follow instructions. And we started out with toys and recipes. So he's been cooking since he was little and started cooking on his own when he was 8, supervised. And he just has a way. Like, I can cook something and I'll be like, can you fix this? And he'll smell it and taste it and he'll just start adding shit. And then it becomes this amazing work of culinary art. Some people have a talent, others don't. Oh my God, I want to come eat with you guys, but probably I really don't. I wouldn't probably eat half this stuff. And not because I wouldn't want to, just because, you know, I'm really super particular about my diet. A lot of that stuff is gluten and lactose, although I could eat chocolate for the lactose, but then like pork. Pork is a main staple in Southern cooking. Huh. So, Kirsten, and you've never been able to smell? Or I think you explained you think you might have long COVID. I'm very curious if like a detox might help you. Do you know that distilled water is an excellent detox? Like if you did maybe like 1 gallon, like take a day or two to drink 1 gallon of distilled water. Because, and if you guys are fasting, you can do this too. Distilled water is like a vacuum because there's nothing on the molecule. That's why that's how you know it's distilled. And then you drink it, it goes through your system and it's all the yucky shit gets stuck to it and it carries it away. Smoked turkey. Yeah, smoked turkey to me tastes like tuna. Nasty organ meats. You lost your smell. I'm wondering if detox might help. I'm just wondering. Kirsten, honey, listen, I'm going to tell you how it's so easy for me to take care of myself, okay? Because I grew up sickest, first, worst, and longest. I've always been very motivated to stay out of the hospital and stay away from doctors. I've been abused by doctors. Just the trauma I've been through from that aspect, not alone, you know, let alone just like passing out from lack of air, like suffocating to death, and then I'm alive again. So that's one thing. The other thing is, listen, girlfriend, who are you to unbless yourself? You didn't create your body. You could have been fucked up in many different ways that you're not fucked up. You're super blessed. Don't unbless yourself. Don't shit on your creator. Don't unbless yourself. It's a slap in the face to your creator who did an excellent job with you. Take those blessings and glorify them every single day. Try your best to really, really show and sit with and magnify your blessings. Don't unbless yourself by treating your body like garbage. And also, try to be kind and loving towards yourself. Hannah, what's happening with your place? Why did they send you a picture of this? Are they redoing your place? Is that why you're out of town? But they're building you a new bathroom, right? That's no big deal, honey. It's just drywall. Why are they sending that to you? Honey, it's just a house. It's not a person. It's just your bathroom, babe. Breathe. I really want to encourage you, babe, to go outside and touch some earth right now, because I can see that you're one trigger on top of another trigger, on top of another trigger, on top of another trigger. Avoid a meltdown, honey. Go outside and be with the earth. Breathe, sit on the earth. Do what you need to do to avoid a meltdown, because your kids are with you. Bathrooms are super easy to renovate, babe. They're just going to pop up drywall and put a bathtub back in there and it'll be done, honey. It's really simple. It's renovating a bathroom is like 1 day, 2 days max. Don't worry. It's not like the whole house or kitchen. It'll be very, very quick. If they got this much done don't worry. Yeah, they sure will. They'll take that house. It's awful. But, you know, but. There's a lot of things you can do. I don't like it either, Hannah. I totally feel you. It's your sanctuary. And you don't like being out of control and seeing it like in states of disrepair. Yeah, it's nice that they're fixing it. Just breathe, babe. Well, that's really good. I know that stressor on stressor on stressor on stressor, anybody will will need to take a moment. But so just observe yourself. Know that we're still in Mercury retrograde for another day or so. DMAC, thank you, my darling. Oh, look, I'm eating. Anyway, all of these were good recipes, and it helped me just rein it in. And I was also taught to cook by my stepmother, and we did really complicated shit. Gourmet style complicated, Martha Stewart level cooking. But I was really little. Okay, so there's a woman on maternity leave, and you're gonna take a break when she comes back? That sounds good. I don't give a fuck if YouTube promotes my videos or not right now. What I might do, you guys, when Corey gets here, I might move these lives to my other channel that's not monetized yet, Gen V Night, and start doing the lives from there with all of the information I know now. And the reason my other channel was demonetized is just because of my inability to do administrative work. I was trying, but I couldn't get any help. And so it had to just go through that cycle and, you know, hey, Matt. So I'll talk it over with my team and see what the best course of action is. Oh my God. Matt, all is well, honey. Hands on, baby. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Why do you get so little joy from it if you like it? What do you mean? Honey, that sounds no bueno. You know, you can live stream. People ouch. People live stream from work, you know. The other channel, it's Gen V Night. It started out being my autistic lady channel. There's lots of autism videos over there that I made. The animals are great. Kirsten, you're not spamming the chat or hogging the space. Don't worry about it, honey. We're gonna work on this. You're allowed. That's correct, Brian. It's right here on YouTube. Gen V Night. I thought y'all knew that. Lots of the members and subs here are members and subs there. Aloha, Charlize. That felt really good to stretch. You didn't know? What I used to do 1 hour there, 1 hour here. And then this channel started taking off, but now I think maybe we'll see. Like I said, I need to talk it over with my team. Also, this house is far from baby proofed. Also, I don't remember. Let's smoke some more, though, so I don't remember anything. Okay, so my name is Genevieve Nightingale. Some people say Nightingale. Well, I don't. It's the English version of my Russian name, Soloveychek. The Solovite is the Nightingale. The Czech part would be the baby part. A Nightingale baby. I don't think I'm going to make that my last name, though. Nightingale makes more sense. We were the singers in the temple of David, descendants of Jacob. Yeah. So that's why it's Gen V Night with an N-I-G-H-T. This place is so ridiculously expensive, Matt. You don't even want to fucking know. Don't even ask. It will make you cry. It makes me cry. If I was a crier, I would be crying right now. We want to move very soon. That's why I didn't sign a year lease and why my rent went up. I'm paying about for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a connected 1-car garage in a gated community where anybody can get in. No, it doesn't really matter. It's not as secure as it should be. It's $2,700 a month because I don't have a year lease. If I signed a year lease and got a 3-bedroom apartment, one of these ones, I could get it as low as like 2,200, 2,300. But then you got to add 24. It'd be about 2,400. So I'm paying $300 extra dollars for whatever. It's just ridiculous. It's random, Brian. The lady that called me a hypochondriac was gifted a membership yesterday. Oh, that's nice, Kirsten. I wonder what that sounds like. A nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. I don't know what that is. For a 1-bedroom in Florida? Where? Where were you paying for that in Florida? On the beach? You weren't paying fucking $3,000 for a 1-bedroom in Florida, babe. Unless you were on the beach in a high rise or something. I don't know. Or an Airbnb or something. Alan, hi, honey. How are you? I know it, Brian. Me too. Manhattan Transfer and very much jazz. Oh, I know Manhattan Transfer. They're an interesting type of jazz. Venice in Florida. Did you say Venice, Florida? Interesting. Yep. Well, when you're in a resort Airbnb, it's obviously going to be really fucking expensive. Okay. My town is not considered a resort destination that I know of. I am looking to buy. As soon as my son gets back, we're going to make a plan and get the fuck out of here. We need a yard for the dogs. And, you know, I don't want little children living above me. What's that new picture? Is that Vincent van Gogh? God, I'm a moron. Sometimes I really concern myself at how dumb I am. Like some of the dumb shit I do. Oh, fuck. Why? So they have children upstairs. And they should give them nice thick slippers. Even the adults, I've told you guys, this little fucking dude up there, he's like river dancing or something like that. And then he brought his family back from wherever in the fuck he was for the last 6 months. And so it seems they may have learned their lesson a little bit, because I don't want to hear their kids. So whenever I hear them or their kids thumping around up there for more than just a couple of times, we crank up the fucking music enough so that I don't have to hear them. I'm not trying to punish them. I don't want to hear them. So instead of complaining to them, I just turn up the music so I don't have to fucking hear them. And usually it's like music that they're not going to want to fucking hear. I know for a fact, because we live, like, they're the only ones that can hear it, so I can blast the fuck out of it and not worry about it. And they seem to have learned their lesson a little bit. Why would you move to the 2nd floor with little kids or dogs? That's fucking stupid. I had 2 guys that were 6'5" and 6'7" living upstairs, and I only heard them at 6:30 in the morning when the one floorboard would go, or flushing the bathroom. We all seemed to go to the bathroom at the same time. It was the weirdest fucking thing. all of us would get up and go to the bathroom at the same time in the middle of the fucking night, because I'd be sitting there on the toilet and hear the toilet flush above me, and I'm like, are you kidding? They should not put people with kids or dogs on the second fucking floor. Unless the people below have kids and dogs and don't care. But they don't care because they don't care about anybody. They only care about money. So last night, Joey and I, when we pulled into the garage, we sat in the garage, we cranked the music in my car as loud as it would fucking go, and we hotboxed that bitch. And, you know, I wanted to just chill in my place, and it was a good place to do it. But then after a minute, I'm like, I don't want to sit in my car anymore. Let's take this party inside. Yeah, like slippers with foam on the bottom this fucking big. That's one thing I'm thinking about getting them all. Seriously, and that's what it is. Those big guys are very conscious of their size and all of that stuff, but little people just don't fucking think about it. And so here's what I did too. So I've got these two huge tubes around here somewhere. I've got another one of these around here somewhere, right? So I can reach the ceiling. No problem. But what I did when they went running through the house, I took mine and I went running through the house too. But on the ceiling, because if I go running through the house, nobody fucking hears that shit. But now they heard the running through the house on their own floor from us. So it's like, oh, yeah, that shit's fucking loud as fuck. And then they put bunk beds over here in this room, and that kid would jump from the top bunk to the floor, and they'd get a bunk. They started to fucking get it. And they don't want to hear my rap music. And so they've actually, I really believe they've been trying to be quiet. And so now it's like, cool. I think we understand it. We're going to be respectful of one another. Awesome. Super Crocs, that's a great idea. Yeah, because I have a connected garage. But I know how, because of the art of war. You do back to them what they're doing to you. Don't complain to them. Don't complain to management. Don't do anything. Do back to them what they're doing to you, because what are they going to complain about you? If anybody comes to my door and is like, yeah, it's really loud. It's like, it's just loud enough so I can't hear their kids running around upstairs. And I never, after 10 o'clock, that shit gets turned off. So we play shit like that. We do play stuff like NWA, but what we were playing is, the first thing Joey turned on was like, sorry for party rocking, doom, doom, doom. And then it was like, last night, what were we listening to? I wanted to hear it on repeat play. It was something like, fuck the rules, or something like that. I'll do what the fuck I want. I don't remember what it was. You guys probably know exactly what I'm talking about. And it was just resonating with both of us. And we're just sitting in the car bumping to it like, fuck you. And we're screaming. I'm screaming, fuck you. But I'm in my garage bumping music. I just needed to let it out. I can't do a rage room because I'll hurt myself. Fuck the rules. Well, I think that's what it was. I'll do what I want. Fuck the rules. Something like that. Because none of these other motherfuckers follow the fucking rules. I'm always trying to follow the rules, right? Conscientious, right? I care about other people. It says 10 miles an hour to drive out there. I drive 12 miles an hour. These people are driving through here 25 miles a fucking hour. They're leaving their dog shit out. Their dogs are very misbehaved on their porches and stuff like that. I mean, it's just awful, some of these people. In general, it's a really good community, right? But there's the, you know, people are fucking, like, you know those boxes that have like the electrical gear in them or something, and they're just like big plastic boxes covering shit outside. People let their dogs piss on that. And then it's like a cream colored box. It's covered in piss. And then it starts to smell like a dog kennel. Why the fuck? What the fuck? You live here and you're gonna let your dog piss on that shit every day, and you walk there and you smell it too, and you wanna live in that? Why don't you take a little spray cleaner? How about better? Show your dog a fucking tree. Oh, wow. Interesting. Open and close 30. Wow. Yes, Brian, that's how they learn. They won't learn any other way than just experiencing it for themselves. Those DNA tests, there's no way. They would have to have DNA from your dog to match it, but I get what you're saying, the breed specific dogs. So this is what I do. I have a container outside my door, and that's where I throw my poop bags. When I pick up shit, I put it in that container, and it's in the poop bags, but everybody walking by can see I've got this little box full of shit. And why do I do that? Because it's proof that I pick up my dog's shit. And there's this little guy that comes by, one of the groundskeepers, and he'll empty it and put new bags in there with a rock so they don't blow away. So this time, he just did it yesterday. Next time he does it, I'm going to have a little Christmas card in there with a little cash for him because, you know, that's nice. Pork rinds. I don't eat pork. But I do like pork rinds with hot sauce. If I was gonna eat pork, I might eat some pork rinds with hot sauce. But I think pork is really gross. Like I don't like bacon. I will eat pepperoni on a pizza though. Got out of his car. Walk around like 30 times. Wow. That's amazing. You know when you get a song stuck in your head? They say that's like entry level OCD. That's like a little bit what it feels like to have that, just that playing in your head, playing in your head, playing in your head, playing, ugh. Yeah, people, if I ever leave a turd out there, it's because I'm in too much pain to pick it up, and I don't. Like, I think in the past 2 years, I've left maybe 2 piles of shit and didn't pick it up. Because if I can't pick it up at night because I'm in too much pain or I can't see it because it's so dark, I'll go back out in the morning when I let them out and pick it up then. Earworm. Yeah, I have a method. I developed a method to get rid of that shit because I don't like when that happens. So what I do is I envision like God sweeping his big hand through my brains and taking it and throwing it up into the ethers and letting it go back into the energy of the universe instead of being stuck in my brains. And so then every time that song, I hear it, I imagine God sweeping through and grabbing that energy and throwing it back up into the universe. And I do that a few times and then I quit. It quits repeating. Matt, yes, I'm in chronic pain. No, I was in a car accident and that added to it, but this is something I've been dealing with my whole life for the most part. Like for the past 35 years at least. Dispassionate observer, I have a highly carnivore diet. I'm mostly gluten-free and lactose-free, and I eat a lot of steak, salmon, cheese, chicken. I don't eat very much, but when I do, it's usually steak. Yeah, so you, like that, you come up with a method of stopping those things because you know it's not healthy. As far as like, you know, OCD tendencies, like putting some kind of fail-safe in the way so that you just don't fall into that pit. I'm not saying someone with serious OCD could do it. I'm just saying that's how I get rid of things that are stuck in my head. Matt, I don't know how I do it. I don't do it. That's how I feel. I don't do it. I don't fucking do it. If I sit and think about it though, it's if I like literally check in with my body, I'll end up crying and just going back to bed. So I try not to do that. I try very, 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 very much to disassociate and leave my body at all times. Whether that's healthy or not, it's what it is after 35 years of chronic debilitating pain. You know, and you can tell when I'm in a lot of pain because I talk like this. This is my pain voice, you guys. Jesus Christ, yeah. So I have a broken back, but no surgery. Yes, I've had knee surgery from tibial plateau, so I've got all kinds of titanium and shit. And when I try to move and dance, I end up twisting it and feeling that those screws could pop out at any minute. I was hit head on, which messed up my shoulders and neck and back. And the break in my low back has caused the flattening of my entire spine. I'm not fused. I take no pharma medications for pain. And yeah, I just am in incredible fucking burning pain all the time. But you know what? What are you gonna do? No veggies, grains, or oils, just beef and water. Here's what I'm going to say to that. Show me in nature where human beings in any tribe, anywhere, were ever strict carnivores. I mean, Matt, that's why it's basically an invisible disability because people look at me and they don't see that because I'm so fit. Structural issues. I mean, my issues are pretty much the spondylolisthesis grade 3 and my L5S1 is structural. The knee thing is just remnant of surgery. The head-on collision and shoulder situation is, I don't even know what it is. Yeah, no, I definitely don't judge people who are in any kind of pain or whatever. When I was training Shadow, we trained in a group with professional service animal trainers and show dog trainers. It was service dog training, okay? And I could not figure out how these people, other than the ones sitting in wheelchairs and scooters, how are these people all standing around all this time? Well, that's because I'm trying to train a service dog for mobility when really I should have been sitting in a wheelchair. But I would not and still will not sit in a wheelchair. And finally, after about a year of training my dog, my trainers begged me to get a walker for training so I could at least come to training and sit during trainings because there was like nowhere to sit. And it's not like I can sit on my dog like a pony. And so I did get my walker was delivered right before class would start. So I was putting it together and I cried and I couldn't go to class that day. And the next week I showed up with my walker, you know, and everybody was very sensitive to me and smiled. It was like, oh, good for you. It wasn't like, yay, she got a walker. It was just like, good job. Very supportive and loving. I was hypermobile. It's the hypermobility that got me. Being overly flexible. They exploit that. If you guys have a daughter or a niece or anybody that is in gymnastics or dance and they're hypermobile, they'll exploit that. Don't let that happen. You need to explain to your baby that what can happen. Yep, Brian. Exactly. I am a force of nature physically, except for this. I'm a force of fucking nature, except for this. I have very, very profound genetics, and this is something that's definitely held me back. And hopefully the next 50 years will be easier because the surgeries are there now. The technology is probably there now, but it would be really nice to be able to take pain meds that weren't, sorry about that. I don't know why it does that. Stay and dance. Yeah, it's too bad. Sometimes they come back around to it, but sometimes it's just, if they don't like one dance class or studio, go to a different one. Sometimes that's all it is. They just don't like the environment or the teachers or the way things are taught. They need a different way of expression. Joey wants to get back into Civil Air Patrol. But Firewall's getting his instructor license, so maybe we won't need to do that to get him his pilot's license. Oh, yeah, she's a big girl now. Matt, I have 2 boys, 14 and a half and 20 and a half. My older son's coming back for good today. I struggle when he's gone, you guys see that? Yes, Brian, and it's so hard. I was very lucky in that sense that I actually can't even tolerate pain meds. When I was in the hospital after a C-section, I wouldn't take their morphine, codeine, none of it. I think that was what she finally gave me, was Tylenol with codeine, because I wouldn't take anything because it gave me horrible nightmares and everything. And she's like, I literally can't believe you're not on pain meds after a C-section. My doctor came to visit me because she couldn't understand why and what it was happening. What they didn't know is that I snuck in weed. I was smoking weed a few times a day in the bathroom at Cedars-Sinai Hospital. My baby would have been taken away from me and I would have been arrested. But I would go in there like, and smoke and be like, okay, let's do this. Methadone saved my life. Well, I know that people do go to methadone clinics to transition, right? And I mean, I don't really understand that world. Like I said, I just have been lucky that I can't do things that are addictive things. My body just doesn't tolerate them, even alcohol. You all know I'm like, I wish I could drink more. So I don't get it, no, and I don't understand the process, but I'm aware that methadone is used to transition. Yeah. Matt, okay, Matt, I will help you right now. Matt, what would you like to try weed for? What effects are you looking for? Kirsten. Do you know what your dad's blood type was, Kirsten? I know that's kind of out there. Was he O negative? Okay, Matt, you're going to avoid, you're going to write this down, avoid terpenylene and pinene. Those are the ones that are going to make you feel paranoid. But you want to take the edge off, so you're going to go with myrcene and linalool. Hannah, you be a good girl. We love you, honey. I'm glad that you have the opportunity to hang with your family. Bye-bye. O negative people seem to have a very, very opposite reaction to drugs. Okay. And Matt, have you ever been diagnosed or have you ever had like tachycardia, like fluttering heart, dizziness, lightheadedness, anything like that? Or anxiety? Okay. So here's what you need to know, okay? You want to take the edge off, but you don't want to get all like paranoid and anxious and stuff like that. Pinene and terpinolene, okay? They've got pin for pine. Those are the ones that give you that burst of energy, that burst of heart racing, that burst of anxiety and paranoia. Okay? The chill that you want, you're going to find in linalool and myrcene. Maybe even humulene. You're going to want to look for strains that have very little pinene and terpinolene, but that have nice, you're going to see caryophyllene, myrcene, and limonene. That's like every hybrid in the world is caryophyllene, it's beta caryophyllene, myrcene, and limonene. Okay? These are your base ingredients. Add terpinolene, and it's a Jack Herrera sativa. Okay? Take your basic hybrid, add linalool. I call it linalool, it's easier to say. And then you have an indica. Linalool is indica. Terpinolene and pinene are sativa. If it says sativa, it's gonna probably give you that anxious feeling, paranoia feeling. If it says hybrid, then take a look at the terpenes and see in like what order they are. What percentage is that terpene, the pinene and terpinolene? You don't want to be couch locked though, is from what I'm understanding. So what I want you to do is see if you can find something that's got myrcene. It's got, beta caryophyllene, limonene, myrcene, linalool. That's going to be your friend. You need a lot more of everything, like Novocaine when you go to the dentist, for example. Me too. I'm wondering. So there's a thing called MTHFR. You can find out if you are MTHFR. It's a gene mutation. You can find out if you have that by getting your genetics done. If you're MTHFR, you're a non-methylator. It means that you're not metabolizing certain things. And your dad not being, you know what I mean. Suboxone. Oy, that's crazy. That's scary. Suboxone. It sounds like it's from some, like an oxen. It's hard to find, I mean, if it has that, ow, I just did that, god damn it. If it has, it's gonna be a bruise. I should put olive oil on it right now. You don't like to smoke? Gummies. So go for the wild. Where are you? Where do you live? Wild gummies or dots? Because they have the combinations of things. And you want to, yeah, I don't know if you guys have wild and dots there, but dots are federally legal and you can order them online. They're live rosin gummies. They're wonderful. Dots. You can have them shipped right to you. Novocaine doesn't work for me either. They have to, it's like they've got to give me 2 or 3 times more and wait like 40 minutes for it to work. Yes, they're called Dots. They come in little tins or longer tins. The ones I saw online only come in the longer tins. It doesn't matter. It's the same stuff. It's just in more of a less concentrated than the little ones. Yeah, North Carolina. I'm assuming it's illegal in South Dakota too. Because, you know, I want to go register my car in South Dakota and maybe even live there for a little while on the west side. Matt, did you look for it? You're on the internet right now. They're called Dots and they're live rosin edibles. Come on, honey, don't make me do more work. Yes, there's a website, baby. And you notice, man, Missouri. Willie, yeah. But see, if I smoked your weed, I could tell you what terpenes are in it. There are only like 5 main terpenes, 6 main terpenes in all the weed you smoke. Matt, just Google Dots. You're here on YouTube. I know you know how to Google. Dots live rosin gummies. I don't know if they're resin or rosin. You'll find it anyway. Right? Right? Oh my God, it's 8:30 already. It's cloudy. These little tiny bites of cheese are helping though. Did you guys see my beautiful creation? My monstrosity of knitting that I did? I'll go get it for you. I forgot how to finish the end of it, so I just made it like this, like I did the last one. Boiled eggs and cheese. I'm gonna do it right now. Remind me in 1 minute when I forget what I was just about to do that I was gonna boil some eggs. The nice thing about it is though, that you could sit with it on your lap like this and hook this end on your toes. I'm gonna make more though. I wanna go get some yarn today because this one has a lot of flaws in it. So I'm gonna try to do one with fewer flaws. Maybe I'll send it to the Jeej. I mean, you know, I don't know. She probably doesn't want one, but whatever. She might get one anyway. She's always buying throw blankets. So why not just, I'm gonna boil eggs. So why not just send her one that she doesn't have to buy? Because I saw ones like that for $80 in the home store. I'm like, well, shit, I want to make one then. All right, I'll get rid of the oatmeal I didn't eat yesterday. Joey did have some though. Do you think the dogs want it? Bet they do. It's got maple syrup in it. It's all natural. They can eat that, right, Brian? Dogs like oatmeal. Here's a fucking pizza box here. And a couple dishes, but we'll just put this right here for now. Let me let Nico come on in here. Actually, I'll do that after. Stay. Here's Nico's. Stay. Don't you come in here. Nope. Out. You stay right there. You don't need to come supervise me. Stay. I mean, who doesn't like oatmeal? Get that started so I can wash this and do. Nope, I told you to stay. Wash that for my eggs. Let me go get the other puppy. Stay. Here you go. I'm waiting for the water to get hot. Here comes Nico. Nico? Buddy? Come here, Shadow. No, that one's yours and you know it. I have to watch them. I don't know why it does that. I have to watch them because they know they can easily push Buddy out of his bowl. Well, Matt, you're going to want to look at them, read them. It explains each one what they do. Some of them are THC only, and some of them are THC, CBD, CBG, all that stuff. Nico and Shadow are resource dominant. Hi, this is my little plot hound girl. She's a plot hound lab. She's not mixed with Pyrenees like these other boys are. Nico has she doesn't have the plot hound ears, but she has the white brindle stripes. She's got the little, the cat paws. The big barrel chest. And, oh, she's just such a sweet, sweet girl. Yes. Come here. Come say hi to me. Oh, she wants to go. They all want to go out, don't they? All right. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm going to let you just sit here and watch this door for a minute because I'm going to walk them. And you might be able to see me like out there. Hold on, Nico. Out there. Drop. Yes, that's my walker. I use it sometimes. I mean, I use it actually. I've been using it more and more actually. Because I haven't done very well. Can you calm down? Be back. Be right back. know if like the little kid upstairs is playing outside or something, but like he's standing inside the door with his kind of open-ish. We're back. Sorry, we took an opportunity to do some training with Buddy. Oh, everybody's happy now. That's a good boy. Okay. All right. I have no idea. Is anybody still watching? That's okay if you're not. Okay. Oy, oy, oy. Remember that 13 is actually a magical number that they've kept from us. They want us to think it's bad, but it's actually like really, really lucky number. Yeah, Brian, isn't that interesting? Bonanza reruns. Hi, Alan. Well, they've taught us to fear it, which is so weird because it's actually really good luck. And Corey is flying today, so let's just say it's really good luck to fly on Friday the 13th. I know he was supposed to come in yesterday, I thought, because he told me the 12th, but it's today. He's like, and I couldn't find him. He's like, why didn't you just use the dot, like the Alexa dot thingy? Well, it's because I thought you were all packed up and traveling. All right, let's smoke. Thanks for hanging out with me while I walk the dogs. I encountered the neighbors upstairs. The dad he's got a weird energy. I smiled and said hi to him plenty of times, but I saw the little boy like hiding in there, and the dad, because they come down the stairs right here, and I saw him in the window. He was kind of like, and when I was walking Buddy, I'm like, you can come pet him, he's friendly. And then his mom came, and then Andy came, and then I'm like, and she's like, what is his name? And I said, his name is Buddy. She's like, Buddy. Yeah, he's friendly. The Stompers. They're just a tiny little Asian family, but now I kind of get the shoe size of the smaller one so I can get slippers for him. And then the bigger one. They're like the size of my kids when they were about 3 or 4, probably about 3 years old, and about 7 or 8 years old. I don't know how old their kids are, but that's about the size. I can't tell the ages of Asian children, or really any children, particularly Asian children, because my kids were so big. So when I see a kid that's like the size that my kid was when he was like 1 or 2 years old, their kids are like 5. I'm like, sorry. I'm like, oh, how old is he? About 1 or 2 years old? They're like, he's 7. Sorry. I didn't nickname them the Stompers. That was all Brian. I say that he's a river dancer, but cheers, sorry. This is such a good strain. I think this is my favorite strain of all time. This is called, I don't know what it's called, bro. It's by Hustler's Ambition. Can you read it? I can't. Wait, maybe I can see it on my screen, my monitor. That's not in focus. There we go. Is that better? Not really, huh? All right, I'll get my glasses. Damn it. You know, this is like one of those times. It's like either you've got all your glasses in one place or none of them anywhere. Yeah, I know, right? Fine fucking print. What the fuck are they thinking? All right, let's try this again. Okay. Jesus. I need a flashlight. So the top 3 for this strain, which is called, oh, it's by Dune Operating Holdings LLC. It's was harvested in July, packed in August, distributed. Oh, the testing data is from late August. THC is 23.14, CBD 0.06, CBN 0, beta caryophyllene 7.9 milligrams per gram. D-limonene 6.6940 of D-limonene milligrams per gram. And then listen to this. Most hybrids are caryophyllene, limonene, and myrcene. This one is caryophyllene, limonene, and linalool. 3.17. Okay, 3.17. That's quite a bit, but it's still half of the others. Now, if I look deeper into that strain, I'm going to find, I bet you anything, one of the next ones is going to be terpenylene or pinene. I'm going to look right now. What's it called? This strain is called what the holy fuck, man? Alexa, turn pendant lights to white.
Okay.
That helps a lot. Jackpot OG strain DT41. It's a lot of information I appreciate. So it's called Jackpot OG. Jackpot OG, 7 grams. I confirm that I am older than 21. No. Okay, so this is what I bought. Oh, interesting. Look at that. Ooh. Here's what I'm looking at. Okay. This is where I got it. Here's the terpene profile. This is called Hustler's Ambition Jackpot OG. Look at those terps. Humulene, 2.5 milligrams per gram. Okay. Oops. These are the terps. Humulene, that's interesting because humulene Commonly found in ginseng, ginger, hops. Humulene is known to lend its robust characteristics to the different scents of cannabis. This terpene has been used in holistic practices for hundreds of years due to its strong anti-inflammatory properties. Humulene also has been reported to act as an appetite suppressant. Herbal, spicy, woodsy, earthy. So humulene, that's very interesting. That is not the one I expected it to be. Humulene is very anti-inflammatory. I expected it to be a terpenylene or a pinene. Let's see, humulene, terpene effects. Anti-inflammatory, appetite suppressant, pain management, allergy relief, anti-anxiety. Why would it make my heart beat? Sedative, antimicrobial. Interesting. So, Alexa, turn pendant lights off.
Okay.
Alexa, turn pendant lights off.
Okay.
I don't need bright lights, do I? Is this okay? Okay. So there you go. Now, here's the thing, you guys. How many terpenes? Listen, the grower knows what strains they're growing, honey. And when you know the strain, you can look it up and find out what the terpenes are. The grower knows. And a good guy would want to know, right? These things are super important because you can pick and choose. So, let's say I have a strain that I love, but it makes me munch out. I can't smoke like that because I will get fucking humongous. I'll be obese. So what I do is make sure I have a very high limonene. The limonene kills, it's an appetite suppressant, apparently so is the humulene. That's why I have such a hard time eating. I need to go get some of those terpenes that make me have the munchies. So when you understand the terpenes, you can get different strains that are dominant in certain terpenes and mix them like a cocktail for specifically what you want right then. That humulene is the thing that makes my body feel good and makes me want to move and dance, but I have to be careful. Your guy wouldn't. Well, it's possible if you ask your guy or something. I mean, listen, do you know any super OG dudes that smoke or grow or whatever? Let them smell it and smoke it and they'll be able to tell you what terpenes are in it. But I'm telling you already, it's beta-caryophyllene, limonene, probably, myrcene. Now, does it give you that head change chill? Then it has linalool in it. Does it give you that burst where you want to clean your house? Then you get really super creative. Then it's got the terpenylene or pinene in it. And maybe some humulene if you've got that taste of the tomato plant, tomato leaves, that really weird green. If that's a little bit in your weed, that's that humulene, I think. Maybe. But OGs can smell it and tell you what it is sometimes. Because it's the terpenes. But there's only 5 or 6 main ones you need to know about, and you'll be able to tell just by the effects that it gives you. Sometimes before I knew anything about sativa or indica, I would get a heavy indica and it would ruin my week. I didn't know. This is very much similar to those ones I used to get back then, which apparently would have been that, it's like a really nice ratio of linalool. It's mostly the beta caryophyllene and limonene, 7, 8, it's almost like 10 milligrams per gram. And then you've got, it's like 1/4 linalool only. It's 3/4 hybrid, 1/4 indica. So it's not going to super knock you out because it's got that other good shit in it, So this is, if you have the ability to know anything about your terps, that's what you do. As I'm telling you now, there's only about 6 main ones, and a sativa is going to have the terpenoline and pinene. A hybrid is just going to be the 3 main ones I told you about, and an indica is going to have the linalool and heavy myrcene. And maybe humulene. I haven't looked to see if humulene, did it say it has that sedative effect? Did it say that? Anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and appetite suppressant. Including, so this is what you've got to understand about terpenes. Terpenes are in everything. Terpenes are in everything in nature. It's what gives them their smell and taste and effect on you. So humulene is also, okay, so let's talk about humulene. That is a herbaceous charm. Okay, the subtle earthy woody and spicy notes that give hoppy beer its distinct taste and aroma are also partly responsible for giving cannabis its unique scent. Both hops and cannabis share a common terpene, humulene. But there's more to humulene. Let me make this a little bigger. But there's more to humulene than its herbaceous charm. This terpene is found in a wide variety of plants and has been used for centuries in holistic Eastern medicinal practices. Humulene is also no stranger to modern biochemical research, including studies on black pepper, hops, and ginseng, and research has proven it to be an effective anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and appetite suppressant. So, antibacterial, what does this mean? Okay. Okay, I'm on leafly.com. If you do not know about leafly.com, it's an excellent place to research and learn. Humulene, it tells you how to pronounce it. Herbal aroma may provide herbal aroma may provide anti-inflammatory benefits, also found in hops and wood. Other strains with humulene. Here we go. So these are strains to look for that have humulene. Sherbet and GSC. Gelato. So, in cannabis, humulene is a fairly common terpene, and is present in modest quantities in a variety of cannabis strains. It's partially responsible for giving the plant its distinctly spicy, herbaceous, and subtly floral bouquet of aromas. Similar to both myrcene and pinene, humulene is a fundamental element of the overall aromatic profile of cannabis. Okay. However, humulene usually appears in slightly smaller quantities than its terpene counterparts, often taking a backseat in a cultivator's flavor profile with its subtle notes of earth and florals. Humulene appears as the third most abundant terpene in these strains: Death Star, Headband, the Mint GSC, Original Glue, and Candyland, none of which have I ever heard of. As an example of how humulene appears in a leafly strain flower, take a look at Candyland. Humulene light green appears on the outermost ring of diamonds. Interestingly, I'll show you. So the green diamonds represent humulene. As an example of how humulene appears in leafly strains, take a look at Candyland. Humulene light green appears on the outermost ring of diamonds. Interestingly, humulene appears to occur in higher levels in caryophyllene dominant cannabis strains, which this one is. Humulene, formerly classified as A caryophyllene, because the main other one is B caryophyllene. It is a sesquiterpene named, do you see this word right here? Look at that. A sesquiterpene named after Humulus lupulus, aka the hops plant. Hops and cannabis are both in the taxonomic family Cannabaceae. And humulene plays a big role in providing the same aromatic notes to both species of plants. Interesting. Hops. Interesting. Humulene N and R. You're fucking kidding me. You know, Brian, I am actually thinking about it because when I go and talk to bud tenders, I'm like, I know more than them now. Some of them are really knowledgeable and know more than me. Okay, I get it. But I'm kind of thinking about it, Brian. Because I want the people who are really fucked up and need help. You know, tell me what you do and don't want. Okay, here's your three main ones, your three main ingredients, and now we're going to add or take away. Okay, and trust me, I will know that dispensary and all of their shit. I will know. And I'll be like, okay, I get what you are trying to do. Here's this strain. Here's when it goes on sale. Here's where else you might be able to buy it because I'm not on commission. I'm just trying to help you. It is science. How can you use it as medicine if you don't know what you're doing? It's like going into the cold and flu section of the grocery store, closing your eyes and grabbing something. I'm thinking about it. I now find this very interesting, and I've always wanted to get into herbology, but I could never really find the motivation. But knowing that these terpenes are in other things, you guys, I don't know why I get emotional about knowing that this plant we use for medicine, these terpenes are in nature everywhere. And that makes me want to learn about the terpenes. And that makes me want to learn about other things in nature. Did you know that linalool, which is what makes indica, is also found in lavender? It's what makes lavender make you relaxed. I mean, what? Limonene isn't just in weed as an appetite suppressant. If you're having a craving for carbs and sugar and stuff, go smell or taste some lemon juice or lime or orange or anything that's got citrus. Or just think about a lemon. That'll probably do the trick. Now I'm starting to get it. And maybe, you know what? Maybe it's because I'm getting old AF. I'm turning into a witch or something. I'm a healer. I've always known I was a healer, but I'm like an energy healer. And I'm an understanding your technology healer. I know how to tune your technology up like a car, like a computer. Like I get that. But now learning, and I've got the books already because I knew it was a thing I wanted to do. Sell medicine out of my truck. Nice dreams truck. Babe, you are brilliant. Come do it with me. Thai stick? Is that a Sass Beach? Where have you been? Thai stick? Are we saying this is a strain? It's not coming up. Oh, Thai stick. From Thailand? Is this not a terpene? I mean, a strain? That is genius because I've always wanted to do a coffee truck in the morning that would just roll up and have your coffee and pastries. And you could pre-order so they know what you want. You just go out, you can prepay even and just walk out there and grab it. Tell me that, I mean, ice cream trucks work. Little kids are like, ice cream truck. Caffeine addicted adults. But adding that element to that is because yes, the roving truck thing is something that's been on my mind for a long time. You can put it in coffee. I have one that's a dropper, a tincture. And those dots are federally legal. I'll show you now that I'm on the computer. Oh, what the fuck is happening? My computer screen is going out, oddly enough. That's weird. Why would my computer just die? It's plugged in. Okay, whatever. You know what? And here's the thing. I could pick one neighborhood, have one truck in one neighborhood and let it get big, 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 big. Someone else might do it in whatever. Pick another neighborhood, put another truck, another driver. But it's one of those things, see? It's an owner's business because I'm the one with the knowledge. That's not sustainable. Then start a fleet. Well, I'd have to train my people. They would have to have the same understanding of the terpenes and how they work in the body and everything and have the same passion. See, that's the thing. When you have to replace yourself, but you're the only one with the passion and the knowledge, that's called an owner's business. It can never be passive because you have to be there because people want you. They want you. They don't want anybody else. So like, stay single and roll. Just keep it with one truck, yeah. I mean, that is interesting to me, and I would live stream the whole thing, like the Bondasan guy. And do you see him? Bondasan, Bondasan. But see, what would be really cool is if people order ahead, because those little dots, those dots have specific strains and terpenes. So it would be like coffee and dots delivery. And you have your morning dots and your coffee. And I can't vape. How did that work out for you? I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it'd be the same. Oh, sorry. I got up at 5:30. Listen, they're home now. I hope they appreciate how quiet it is down here. We're just sitting here staring at each other right now. It's all right. Oh, honey. Tell Papa we said hello and we send our love. I guess we should all go do something. Maybe I'll come on later. I haven't been talking and promoting any of my stuff, Patreon or anything. You sleep late and don't wear shoes? I'll think about the truck. I think I can reach more people at a dispensary though if I was like a bud tender, because everybody would eventually want me, right? They don't get commissions, but they do take tips. I could probably make $300-400 a day. I do need to eat. I ate some cheese. It's time probably for us to wrap it up, right? Yeah. It's time for me to get all the animal hair up off the floor now. Every day. Every day. What did I do? I just turned the camera around. You guys watched me sweep my floor the other day. Yeah. So what did I say I was going to do? I was going to boil eggs. Oh, jeez. See, I thought I was going to spring the fuck up out of this chair. Do you see me thinking that I was going to spring up? I thought. See my magnificent Year of the Rabbit? These rabbits I bought for the Christmas that was in the Year of the Rabbit. For my boys. It has their name on the backs of these for Christmas tree ornaments, but I don't really buy a Christmas tree because I have to renew my registration every year on December 12th, and that would be my Christmas tree money, I suppose. Like, I can't literally see spending $100 or $200 on a Christmas tree and then throwing it away. We need groceries. Am I cheap? I'm frugal. I don't see the point. When we have a house, we can have a Christmas tree growing and we'll decorate the Christmas tree that's in our yard. That makes very much sense to me. That's what the pagans did. That's where Christmas tree decorating even comes from. Did you all know that? It's the pagans. Christmas, winter solstice. You know, right? Christianity had to make something to satisfy the pagans and overshadow the pagan holidays, so they just like transformed them and called them Christian holidays. Because the Christians are just pagans who learned Judaism. Are you aware of that? Christians are pagans that learned Judaism. Yep. I don't let that make you mad. It's not a bad thing. Jesus was Jewish, teaching Judaism to pagans who couldn't read the Torah. That's all. And he said, you can't keep God for yourselves. So he was interpreting. He was teaching them in ways they could understand. And they really liked his lessons. And so they turned from pagan to Christian. Wasn't a term back then. They weren't calling themselves Christians. It was just they were following this guy. And he was a rabbi. He wasn't really a rabbi. Well, unless he was married. Only rabbis, only married people can be rabbis. You have to be married and have to be a rabbi. Because if you're not married, you don't really get it. If you don't have children, you don't really get it. That's why. You're not as wise as you could be if you don't have a wife and children, if you don't have a family. That's just how it is. So that's why rabbis have to be married. Who are you going to give advice to if you don't have a wife and kids? Nobody. I'm gonna boil some eggs. Did I just get my smoke? Oh, it's dead. I forgot. You believed them, Sass? More money than brains. You know, you got to be really careful what you say to kids because you can change their lives for the better or for the worse. And that's why I didn't want my children going to school. Because a lot of the times it's teachers that say things that get stuck in our heads. Now, if anybody's going to ruin my kids, it's going to be me. And if anybody's going to brainwash my kids, it's going to be me. Right? I didn't want to leave it up to chance. Hold on, I did not give the stovetop a wipe today because in the morning I have to wipe everything down because I know the cat walks around up here. It's gross. Don't like that. She does that. I know she does because there's always cat hair in the morning all over everything. There must be something I can put on the counters that she will hate. And it will keep her off. All right. Ooh, I got more coffee. Money comes and goes, but you still have your brains. Good for you. Money does come and go. And it can come and stay too. You're allowed to have it come and stay. That's what I'm working on, the coming and staying part. That's now what I'm interested in. I used to say that like money flows through me. Okay. It can flow through me right to my bank account or whatever, you know? Hang on, I gotta whistle. I'll be right back. All right, it was successful. I could have more coffee. Oh, let me salt this water. Maybe boil that up a little faster. I think the flames don't need to be shooting it out. Right. There we go. There we go. That should be good. All right, you guys, it looks like we've only got 3 people on, which is fine, but it says to me it's time to go. So let's see each other later. Who knows what the day holds? If you want to know when I'm coming back on live, just make sure that your bell is solid white. Your notification bell, look at it right now and see if it's solid white. If not, change it to solid white. Okay, and I'll see you guys later.